For this point you will get 1 mark. So 1 mark here and 1 mark here, you will get 2 marks for this question. First of all student, you have to read the question very carefully and you have to think how you will going to frame the answer. So writing the answer is not difficult, but the framing of answer is very important. Question number 3, that is major question for 15 marks. SSC Science and Technology Part 2. Hello dear students, welcome to the Kallakar Education YouTube channel. The Kallakar Education YouTube channel has broadcast many guidance video for class 10th board exam on the various subjects by our experienced teacher on the Kallakar Education YouTube channel. I'm sure our previous videos have helped you a lot, so don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel Kallakar Education. Today we will cover Science and Technology Part 2. Why to watch this video? To understand the paper pattern, to understand the mark distribution, which precaution should be taken while writing the paper, how we will manage the time, and fifth one will be how to score good marks. So watch this video till the end. Important instruction. So many students are making mistake while filling the cover page. So go to our Kallakar Education YouTube channel and see the video how to fill the correct information on the cover page. The link of this video is in the description box, so go and visit the link or scan this QR code to watch the full video. So let's see how will be the question wise weightage. Question number and marks. So question number 1A will be for 5 marks. Question number 1B will be for 5 marks. Question number 2A will be for 4 marks. Question number 2B will be for 6 marks. Question number 3 is a major question, will be for 15 marks. Question number 4 will be for 5 marks and total will be 40 marks question paper. So this will be your question paper. In that, first of all, you have to read all the instruction carefully. Question number 1 contains 2 sub-question. 1A, 5 multiple choice question will be there. Each one will be carry 1 marks, which is based on textual matter. So let's see how will be the question. First a question, choose the correct option and write the correct alternative. Let's see what is the first question. Question number 1. A molecule of glucose is completely oxidized in aerobic respiration and molecule of H2O and dash are produced along with the energy. So here we have to identify after the oxidization of glucose which molecules are going to form. So first is H2O. Second will be forming energy in the form of ATP. But what will be the third molecule? We have to identify from this option. So the correct option is CO2. So here will be CO2 your answer. While writing the answer, you will write first and you have to write the answers option with that word. This will be your answer. Second question is vinegar contains dash acid. You have to identify vinegar is containing which type of acid. So the answer is acetic acid. So question number 2's answer will be A, acetic acid. Okay. Rest of all these acids belongs to other foods like lactic acid is found in the milk, tartaric acid is found in the tamarind, and the hydrochloric acid is found in the human stomach. So the correct answer will be acetic acid. Question number 3. Any nucleotide of the gene suddenly changes its position that causes a minor change, which is nothing but what? So you have to identify what is the process going on. After reading the question, this word will give you the idea what will be the answer. Gene suddenly changes. Suddenly changes means it related to the mutation. So answer will be 3 and B option will be mutation. So this is your correct option. Next question is 4. In humans, sperm production occurs in the dash organ. As we all know, the spermatogenesis occurs in the testis. So where is testis? This. So your answer will be 4C, testis. This rest of these options are belonging to ducts which carries the sperm, but the testis is only responsible for formation of sperms. So correct answer will be testis. Let's move toward the fifth question. Solar photovoltaic cell converts the solar radiation into which form of energy? So you have to identify in which form of energy the photovoltaic cells converts the solar radiation. So correct answer is electrical. So how you will write? Fifth option number D, electrical energy. This is your correct answer. So according to that, you have to write all the answers. Question number 1B. will be contain 5 different objective question type, 1 mark each, such as find the odd man out, correlation, match the columns, match the pair, true or false, give the names or molecular formula, etc. These types of question will be asked in the question number 1B. Let's see how will be the question. Question number 1B, answer the following questions. First question is for find the odd one out. In this you have to identify which word is odd. So fragmentation, regeneration, budding and fertilization. In this question you have to identify which one is odd. So the odd one is fertilization, because all 3 words are related to asexual reproduction. So odd one will be fertilization. So you have to write the answer like this: 1, question number 1B1, and the answer will be fertilization. Question number 2, write the correct correlation. So here you have to identify the correlation. First, let's see. Diabetes is related to insulin. As we all know that insulin is the compound which controls the blood sugar level. So cancer will relate which word? So the answer is interleukin. Interleukin is the protein or a protein-like substance which boosts the immunity. So answer will be 2, interleukin. This will be your answer. Let's move toward the third question. State whether true or false. You have to identify the given question or the given sentence is true or false. Study of fossil is an important aspect of the study of evolution. Yes, the statement is very true, because fossil is the important aspect which is help to study the evolution. So the answer will be 3 and you have to write directly true. Question number 4, give any 2 commercial uses of biotechnology. So here you can write any of the 2 commercial uses, like question number 4, write down A, B. In that you can write hybrid seeds or a genetically modified crops, etc. You can use this commercial uses for the biotechnology. Question number 5, being a fish, I perform the respiration with the help of lungs. Who am I? So here in this question they are asking about the animal. So you have to identify what type of animal it will be. So fishes generally respire with the gills, but they are asking what? With the help of lung. The respiration is carried out with the help of lungs. So what will be the animal? The animal will be lungfish. Question number 2, it will contain 2 sub-questions. 2A, there will be 3 give scientific reason type of question which will carry 2 marks each. You have to attempt any 2 out of this question. So question number 2A, let's see. Question number 1, sometimes hire plants and animals to perform the anaerobic respiration. Let's see the answer first. When there is a deficiency of oxygen in the surrounding, the aerobic respiration is not possible. In such case, to survive, higher plants switch over the anaerobic respiration. First of all, you have to write why the higher plants and animals are performing anaerobic respiration. So clearly you have to mention in the point that when there is a deficiency of oxygen. Why they are performing anaerobic respiration? Because there is a deficiency of oxygen. So you have to include that content in the first point. For that you will get 1 mark. For this you will get 1 mark. Now second point will be, in some animal tissues in case of oxygen deficiency cells perform the anaerobic respiration. Not only the higher plants are performing anaerobic respiration, but also the animals are also performing the anaerobic respiration when there is a deficiency of oxygen. So for this point you will get 1 mark. So for this and this you will get 2 marks for 1 question. Second question is, it is not right to consider the mother responsible for giving birth to a girl child. So for this you have to answer like this in 2 points. For 1 correct point you will get 1 marks. In males, XY sex chromosome are present. In females, XX sex chromosome are present. You have to mention this part very clearly in your first point. Next point will be, at the time of fertilization, if the X chromosome comes from the male, the child will be a girl, and if Y chromosome comes from the male, the child will be boy. As we all know that the male has XY chromosome and female will be carrying XX chromosome. If the male are sending X chromosome. So female is already having 2 X chromosomes. So one chromosome from female and one chromosome from the male will be X. So the child will be girl. But if there is male sending the Y chromosome and female is having X chromosome, so X and Y, the child will be boy. So for this you will get 1 mark and for this you will get 1 mark. So total will be 2 marks will be given to this answer. Question number 3. The energy generated from the nuclear fuel is not environmental friendly. You have to give the scientific reason for this question. So let's start with the answer. Question number 3. First point will be what? Radioactive and harmful radiation are emitted after the fission of nuclei. Fission means what? Something is getting separated. So after fission of nuclei, after separation of this nuclei content, there will be emission of harmful and radioactive radiation, which is not good for us. This one will be your first point. Next point will be there is a problem of disposal of nuclear waste, and third point is very fatal accidents can happen in the nuclear power plant which emits the very harmful radiation. Hence the energy generated from the nuclear fuel is not environmental friendly. Why? Because these radiations are very harmful to human beings, so this can be fatal. Fatal means what? It can lead to the death as well. So all 3 points, so any correct 2 points you will get 1 mark each. So here you are getting 2 marks for 2 correct points. For any 2 correct points you will get 1 mark each, so total will be 2 marks for this question. Question number 2b, there will be 5 questions carrying 2 marks each. You have to attempt any 3 of this. In this question, the variety of sub-question will be asked such as solve numerical problems, laws, definitions, principle, short notes, chemical reaction with the equation, complete the flow chart, give difference between, write the properties, characteristics, uses, advantages, effects, and give example. These kinds of question will be asked in this question. Question number B, answer the following question. In this question you have to attempt any 3 questions. Let's see what is the first question. Complete the following food chain. They have given the incomplete food chain. You have to complete this food chain. See the answer first. Grass. Here you have to identify which animal is dependent on the grass. So grasshopper is dependent on the grass. Next one, which animal is dependent on the grasshopper? Frog will be dependent on the grasshopper. Then after that, which animal will be dependent on the frog? Snake will be dependent on the frog. Then eagle, already they have given here. So lastly, which is that organism which is dependent or which will eat the eagle? And these animals are decomposers. So the decomposers are organisms which will decompose the eagle. So here your all food, this complete food chain is completed now. Let's move to the next question. Distinguish between the following. Class Pisces and class Reptile. You have to distinguish. See the answer. You have to draw this table for distinguishing 2 classes. Class Pisces and class Reptile. You have to write here 2 marks. You have to write here 2 points for getting 2 marks. First point, let's see. These are aquatic animals and living in marine and fresh water. Marine water is what? The water which contains the high salinity, means high amount of salt will be present. Fresh water is what? The water is having low salinity. So here is your first point. Next point, first point will be these are mainly terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals means what? The animals who live on the land. So here you have completed first point. For that you will get 1 mark. Next point is what? Respiration occur with the help of gills. Yes, we all know that Pisces. Pisces means what? Are the fish, and fishes respire with the help of gills. So here it is your first point. Respiration occurs with the help of lungs. Reptiles, all reptiles respire with the help of lungs. So here is your second point. So for this point you will get 1 mark. So 1 mark here and 1 mark here, you will get 2 marks for this question. Question number 3. Observe the following picture and write any 2 effects of this disaster. You have to identify this picture very carefully and also you have to identify which type of disaster is this. Let's see the answer. Question number 3. The disaster shown in this picture is overflowing due to the heavy rain. You have to write this one very carefully. Overflowing due to heavy rain. Effect of this disaster are as follows. Also they have asking that what will be the effects of this disaster. So you have to mention that also. First point is what? Due to the overflowing, bridges and roads are affected. Yes, we can see in the picture overflowing. Due to the overflowing, the bridges and roads are affected. We can see in the first picture. In the second picture, what is the effect? It causes loss of human life and properties, as we can see in the picture. So you have to mention these two effects very carefully in your answer, and for that you will get total 2 marks. Fourth question is, write any 4 methods to reduce the stress. So here you have to write what will be the method to reduce the stress. Let's see the answer. Method to reduce the stress are as follow. You can write any of the methods according to your choice. So what will be? Photography, reading, cooking, drawing, sculpturing, rangoli, laughter club, outdoor games, like this. You can write any 4 methods, and for that you will get 2 marks. Question number 2b, fifth question. Let's see fifth question. Complete the following conceptual picture. See, conceptual picture, they have given a picture. In that they have given a 4 vacant places. Here you have to write the answer according to the hint they have given in the center. Sewage after processing. So what is the hint? Sewage after processing. According to that you have to write any 4 uses or what is happening after the sewage processing, that you have to enter in your answer. So you can write cleaning, use of slurry as a fertilizer, use as a safe water, and use in biogas plant. So for this 4 answer you will get total 2 marks. Question number 3. There will be 8 questions carrying 3 marks each. You have to attempt any 5 out of this. In this question, the variety of sub-question will be asked, such as give explanation using the given statement, suggest the remedies and measures, explanation of diagrams, complete the table, complete the charts, explain with the help of example, solve the numerical problems, complete the diagram, and complete the paragraph. These kinds of question can be asked in the question number 3. Question number 3. Answer the following question. In that you have to attempt any 5 questions. First question. Define heredity. Explain the mechanism of hereditary changes. First of all, student, you have to read the question very carefully and you have to think how you will going to frame the answer. So writing the answer is not difficult, but the framing of answer is very important. For that you have to read the question very carefully and you have to identify or you have to understand what they are asking. So first they are asking define heredity. So you have to first define heredity in your first point. So heredity is what? Heredity is the process by which the biological character from parental generation are transmitted to the next generation through the genes. Through the genes is very important word. So heredity is basically what? It's the transmission of biological character from one generation to the next generation. So for that, this definition you will get 1 marks. Second point will be the mechanism of hereditary changes. So you have to also mention any 2 points for the mechanism of hereditary changes. Sudden changes in the parental DNA can cause the mutation. This result into the change in the hereditary characters, and some mutation may be minor but some may be considerable. So for this point you will get 1 mark. And next point, at the time of meiosis, the crossing over takes place between the homologous chromosome. Homo means what? Same. Logous means what? Location. This creates the new recombination of the genetic information. Therefore, the haploid gametes carry hereditary characters that are different from those of the parents. So for this point you will get 1 marks. So 1 mark here, 1 mark here and 1 mark here. Total you will get 3 marks for this answer. So moving towards the next question, write any 4 stage of the mitosis and explain any 2 of them. So you have to first write what are those 4 stages of mitosis. This is very important because you will get 1 mark for enlisting these phases. So what are these 4 stages? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. For this you will get 1 mark. Next, what they are asking, explain any 2 of them. Means what you have to explain 2 phases. Any 2 phases you can explain. For example, prophase. During prophase, condensation of chromosome starts. The thin and thread-like chromosomes start thickening. They are seen with their pair of the sister chromatids. In animal cells, the centrioles are seen to duplicate and move to opposite poles of the cell. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappears. This is very important sentence. You have to mention this sentence in your point. So this is the first point and for that you will get 1 mark. Second point will be metaphase or any of this phase you can explain. Metaphase, chromosome complete their condensation and each one is seen with its sister chromatids. The chromosomes are seen in equatorial plane or equatorial plane of the cell. The spindle fiber are formed from the polar region and where the centrioles are present and they attach themselves to the centromere of each chromosome. Nuclear membrane is now disappears completely. So this point is very important. So for this you will get 1 mark. So 1 mark here, 1 mark here and 1 mark here. You will get total 3 marks for this entire answer. You can also explain these points as well. For example, anaphase, the centromeres of the chromosome now divide forming 2 daughter chromosomes and the spindle fiber pull apart the chromosome from the equatorial region to the opposite poles and chromosome moving to the poles appear like a bunch of bananas. So one set of the chromosome reach each pole by the end of this anaphase. So this anaphase you can also explain. And last one is telophase. Telophase is the reverse of event that occur in the prophase. The thickened chromosome decondense and they are again assume the thin and thread-like appearance. Nuclear membranes and nucleolus appear again and the spindle fiber is completely lost. The cell look as if it has 2 nuclei in the cytoplasm. So any of the 2 phases you can explain in this question and for that you will get 2 marks and 1 mark for this enlisting the prophase. So total 3 marks you can get for this answer. Let's move towards the next question. Question number 3. Explain with the example types of asexual reproduction in the unicellular organism. So in this question what they are asking, asexual reproduction types, but in unicellular organism. You have to explain the types of asexual reproduction but in the unicellular organism with example. Let's see the answer. There are different methods of asexual reproduction in different unicellular animals. So there are 3 types of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. You have to explain it with example. So first is what? Binary fission. Fission is what? Fission is separating. Bi means what? 2. So the organism is separating into the 2 parts. The process in which the parent cell divides to form 2 similar daughter cells. See, 2 similar daughter cells is called the binary fission. Prokaryotics like bacteria, prophates like amoeba, paramecium, euglena and eukaryotics like cell organelle and like mitochondria and chloroplast perform the binary fission. See, mitochondria and chloroplast. You are mentioning the examples. So for this you will get 1 marks. For this point you will get 1 marks. Multiple fission. So during unfavorable condition when there is a lack of food, multiple fission is shown by the amoeba. So unfavorable condition is what? Lack of food, lack of water, etc. So amoeba forms the protective covering around the plasma membrane and become the encysted. Inside the cyst, amoeba undergoes the repeated nuclear division and which is followed by the cytoplasmic division. Many amoebae are formed which remain dormant inside the cyst. When favorable conditions reappear, they come out by the breaking cyst. Means what? When the favorable condition means there is a plenty of food, there is a plenty of water, when the breaking of cyst occurs. Third point, budding in yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus that performs the budding. The parent cell produces two daughter nuclei by the mitotic division. This results in a small bulge, that is a bud, on the surface of parent cell. So there will be the formation of bud on the actual parent cell. The one daughter nucleus enters the bud and after sufficient growth, it separates from the parent cell and start to live independently as a daughter yeast. When separates from the parent cell, when that bud will get matured on the parent cell, this will separate from the parent cell and it will be live independently in the environment. So for this point you will get 1 mark, for this point you will get 1 mark, and for this point you will get 1 mark. So total 3 marks you will get for this answer. Question number 4. Which fuel is used in the thermal power plant, and write any 2 problems associated with this type of power generation. So first of all, you have to identify which is that fuel which is used in the thermal power plant. So while writing the answer, your first point should be that fuel which is used in the thermal power plant. So what is that fuel? The fuel is coal. So coal is the very important word in this point. So for this you will get 1 mark. Next, what they are asking, write any 2 problems associated with this type of power generation. So you have to enlist at least 2 correct points. So problems associated with the power generation by thermal power plant is, you can write air pollution. So due to the burning of coal, there is the emission of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide gases. So these are harmful and toxic to the health while after the burning of coal. So this is first point. Next point you can write is soot particles emitted during the combustion of that coal can cause the severe respiratory problems such as asthma. So after burning that coal, you can get many respiratory problems like asthma. Next point is what? The coal reserves in the world are limited and they will be finished in the next few 100 years and will not be replenished later. So the scarcity of coal would result in the energy crisis. So if we are burning so much of coal every day, so then one point will become, there will be the scarcity of coal. So see, first point you will get 1 marks and for writing this you will get 2 marks. So total will be 3 marks you will get in this answer. Let's move toward the next question. Question number 5. Write 3 characteristics of the phylum Mollusca. Fifth answer, characteristics of phylum Mollusca. First characteristics you can write is body of this animal is soft and slimy. As we know that these molluscans are invertebrates, they don't have vertebra, so the body will be soft and slimy. Second point you can write is these animals are aquatic and terrestrial. Aquatic means what? The animals they can live in the water, and terrestrial is what? The animals which live on the land. Third point is what? These animals are unisexual. Unisexual means what? Either they can be male, either they can be female. Fourth point is what? This is second largest phylum in the animal kingdom. First largest phylum is what? Phylum Arthropoda, and second largest phylum is what? Phylum Molluscans. So for this you will get 2 marks for any of the three characteristics. Let's move towards the next question. Question number 6. What are the constituents of acid rain and what are its two effects on Earth's surface? First of all, you have to read the question very carefully and frame the answer accordingly. What they are asking first, what are the constituents of acid rain? So you have to first enlist what are the constituents. So what are the constituents? First is sulfur dioxide, second one is nitrogen dioxide. So for this you will get 1 marks. This is very important. Next point you will write is what they are asking, two effects on the Earth's surface. What is the two effects of acid rain on the Earth's surface? So you will write here effects of acid rain. First you can write is erosion of metal statues and bridges occurs due to the acid rain. Second you can write is erosion of historical monuments and occurs due to the acid rain. And third you can write is it is also causes the soil pollution. How it is causes the soil pollution? Because acid rain can change the pH of soil and also it can decrease the nutrient amount from the soil. So it can lead to soil pollution. For this you will get 2 marks. So total you will get 3 marks for this answer. Let's move toward the next question. Question number 7. Solve the following crosswords. See, you can see here they have given a nice crossword. In that you have to fill the words. For filling one correct word, you will get 1 mark. Let's see the answer. So for filling the answer, they have given hints how to write the word. See, first they have given continuous consumption of alcoholic and tobacco material. So for this they have already entered the word addiction. Okay. So second we have to write this app may cause the cyber crime. What is that app? The app is Facebook. See, Facebook. You have to write all the letters very carefully while filling the word. Third point, they have given a remedy to resolve the stress. What is that remedy? See, third, singing. Singing is the word. You should be write that word very carefully. And the fourth hint is requirement for stress-free life. What can we write is reading. Reading will be the requirement for stress-free life. So according to this, you have to enter the word very carefully. You have to check that you have entered the letters very carefully in this crossword. So for this 1, 1 and 1, you will get total 3 marks for this question. Let's move toward the next question. Question number 8. Write down the reason, effects and remedial measures taken for any one disaster seen or heard by you. So this is a own opinion question. You will have to write the answer accordingly. Let's see how to write the answer. So writing the answer, as I already said you that writing the answer is not difficult, but the framing of that answer is very important in case of this question. See what they have first asked. Write down the reason, effect and remedial measure. First of all, you have to identify, you have to recognize which disease can I explain very clearly. So for example, you are writing about flood, disaster flood. You have to write this first and next you have to write the reasons, effects and remedial measure. Let's start with the reason. Reason for floods will be floods are often caused by the heavy rainfall, rapid snow melt or the tsunami in the coastal areas. Second point will be effect. You have to enter or you have to write the effects of flood. Loss of human life and property occurs. Second point will be the fields get waterlogged, spreads waterborne diseases, etc. So these are the major effects caused after the flood. And next, remedial measures. In prevention measures, planting trees to prevent soil erosion, construction of dams to control reserve water flow can be done, or else you can write in post flood measures like providing relief by giving food, medical help to victims of the flood and repairing roads, bridges, preventing the spread of disease through the clean drinking water, and hygiene awareness can be done. So these remedial measures can be taken after the flood. So for this you will get 3 marks. 1 mark here, 1 mark here, and 1 mark here. So accordingly you have to frame the answer. Let's move toward the next question. Question number 4. There will be 2 questions carrying 5 marks each. You have to attempt any one out of this. In this question, the variety of sub-question will be asked, such as draw a figure and give the explanation, give an incorrect diagram, read the given paragraph and answer the given question, complete the given incomplete table and chart and give the explanation of it, answer the question in details. Such type of question can be asked in the question number 4. Let's see the question number 4. Question number 4. Answer the following question. In this, you have to attempt any one. First question, let's see. What is the biodiversity? Write any 4 steps to conserve the biodiversity. Let's see the answer. First of all, you have to write what is biodiversity. So what is biodiversity? It is the richness of living organism in the nature due to the presence of variety of organism, ecosystem and genetic variation within a species. So this is the definition of the biodiversity, and for that you will get 1 mark. So next will be the step to conserve the biodiversity. You have to enlist the steps of biodiversity, and for that you will get 4 marks. So first point will be protection of the rare species of organism. Second one will be creating habitat for the animals and plants by establishing national parks and sanctuary. You can establish national park and sanctuaries for the preservation or conservation of the animals and plants. Next one will be declaration of bioreserves, the area which are protected through the conservation. Next one will be conservation of the all plants and animals. We can conserve them. Next point is strict observance of the acts and rules. And next one will be use of traditional knowledge and maintaining the records of traditional knowledge. So according to that you can enter or you can write the steps for getting 4 marks. So 1 mark here and 4 mark here. You will get total 5 marks for this answer. So let's move toward the next question. Question number 2. What is stem cell, and write any 4 uses of the stem cell. We have to write the answer. Let's see. First of all, you have to write what is stem cell. For that you will get 1 mark. So stem cell are what? The special types of cell having the pluripotency and ability to divide and differentiate into the new cells are called as stem cell, and they are present in the multicellular living beings. The cells are present in the multicellular organism and they are having ability to pluripotency, means they can form all types of cells. So after that you have to write 4 uses of stem cell. So let's see what are the uses. Stem cell are used in the regenerative therapy. For the regenerative therapy we can use this stem cell. Next is what? In case of disease condition like diabetes, myocardial infarction, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, etc. To treat this disease we can use the stem cell. Stem cell can be used to replace the damaged or functionless cells also. So we can replace the cell with this stem cell. Next point is what? In conditions such as anemia, thalassemia, leukemia, etc. there is always the need of newer blood cells. So here stem cell can be used to restore the number of blood cells. Fourth point is in techniques of organ transplantation, stem cells can be used and they can help in the transplantation of new organs such as kidney and liver. The defective organs can be replaced by those that are produced with the help of stem cell and transplanted. So for this you will get 4 marks and 1 mark here. So total you will get 5 marks for this entire answer. So here we have completed whole question paper with answer. Let's see how we can manage the time for writing this answer paper. So let's see how we will manage the time to complete the whole question paper. Question number 1A, we will take 10 minutes. Question number 1B, we will take 10 minutes to complete this question. Question number 2A, for that we will take 10 minutes. Question number 2B, we will take 20 minutes to complete this question. Question number 3, that is major question, for 15 marks, we will take 40 minutes to complete this answer. And question number 4, that is last question, for that we will take 20 minutes to complete this answer. To review the answer sheet, we will take 10 minutes. So total will be 120 plus 10 minutes. So in this time, we have to complete our paper very carefully. Students, if you want to confidently face the science paper and score the maximum marks, you must carefully read the textbook. If any concept is hard for you to understand, definitely comment them and let us know. We will make full efforts to resolve your doubts. If you like this video, do share to your groups, friends, as many as students who can get benefit of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe our Kallakar Education YouTube channel, and thank you for watching this video. All the best.